Yep.
Okay, thank you. So welcome to Dynamics User Group Meetup. And the Meet DAG, this is a group that was founded in 1995, and it's the industry's longest serving running independent Microsoft Dynamics community. So for those who have not been able to meet DAG, it began as an online discussion forum and has expanded to provide video content, training programs, interactive virtual and in-person events such as the one that we have, regional meetups, sponsorship opportunities, and much more. And this is a free community for users, implementers, and resellers of Microsoft business applications. And it's our mission to support the Microsoft Dynamics 365 Dynamics GP and the Power Platform community of application users and professionals by empowering community members with the tools and information required to excel and grow in their professions. So these are the different programs that DAG has. There is DAG forums, conferences, team up, skill up, webinars, the meetup, like the one we're having, the DAG YouTube channel, which contains most of the content, free content about Microsoft business applications. And so to become a member is free. You can join abroad. You can join and access the broad spectrum of programs designed to build community, encourage connections, and also empower education. All right. Okay, so there is the DynamicsCon. I don't know, the session submissions are not available in the moment, but Dynamics Virtual Con will be done in November 2023. Oh, they will be open in April 2024. I didn't see this. So we'll be having session submissions for Dynamics Virtual Con, and you can submit a session on either Business Central, Customer Engagement, Power Platform, Dynamics GP, Finance and Supply, Finance and Supply Chain, or Finance and Operations, and cross-product content. All right, so here we are having a Dynamics user group meetup, and it's for anyone to join from whichever region. And this is Dynamics User Group Kenya. I am the leader of Dynamics User Group Kenya, and assisted by Chacha, Nthale, and Sharon. If we get time at the end, they'll be able to, we'll introduce the other leaders of Dynamics User Group Kenya. And today we are having a session on AI on Business Central as part of these Dynamics user group programs. And our speaker is a very experienced Business Central technician. He's also somebody who has done a lot in artificial intelligence in Business Central. He has created centralq.ai. So for those who have used, if you'd like to get the resources as fast as possible in a resource similar to the way you can get it in ChatGPT. So he has created centralq.ai, and I believe as part of his presentation, he'll be able to speak about Central Q, and we'll be able to have an engaging session on AI in Business Central. So welcome, Dmitry Katson, and take it over. Let me stop sharing.
Thanks, Francis.
Okay.
Thanks, Francis. One moment,
Yep.
I'll share my screen. Over. Okay. So today I hope we'll have some fun talking about AI in Business Central. This is like a meetup. I don't know the rules. Like, can you interrupt me, or can we just leave all the questions at the end?
Yeah, okay. In case
usual.
of any questions, they'll send it on the chat, and at the end we'll handle them. Yeah, but
Okay.
maybe if you maybe engage, there are no rules really. It's an open session.
Okay.
Depending on how you feel it's right, you can ask questions. If somebody can answer, yeah, it's still okay. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So yeah, let's be just open, and if you have any questions, I just don't have opportunity to follow the chat. So if, for instance, you see the questions, you can just interrupt me, and I will try to answer just as we go.
Sure.
Okay. So that's me. My name is Dmitry. I'm MVP in Business Central for business applications, and I'm in Business Central world for 20 years. And I'm big fan of AI, and it all started in 2016, I believe, when the machine learning first appeared. Not appeared, but most more tools appeared that were closely possible to touch and to try. So so that's where my AI journey began. And also I'm a speaker for the conferences like BC Tech Days or well, many other conferences. And also, as Francis mentioned, I'm creator of the Central Queue. I will show that. If you don't know what's that, I'll show you at the end of this session. So let's start with. So I thought, how should I structure this webinar? And I decided so we should start with some introduction in standard features of AI, standard features in the Business Central. And then we will go slowly to the Copilot development side. And then what else are available for the Business Central. So the AI journey for the Business Central started in 2016 with the introduction of sales and inventory forecast. At this time, it was a new way of forecasting using the machine learning. And the machine learning framework also appeared in Business Central. In those times, it was to NAV. Then using the machine learning, the late payment prediction extension appeared. And then there was like a 5 years break, I would say. And then with the introduction of OpenAI, ChatGPT, and this AI boom, the Microsoft took the lead here, and the first AI feature used in the Azure OpenAI stack was the marketing text suggestion. Then in the autumn last year, the bank reconciliations with AI appeared, suggest dual accounts with AI. This is also the part of bank reconciliation app, and also the AI toolkit. So it's something that allows you to embed AI into your extensions. And then in the next release that will come in 1 month, in April, we will see the chat with Copilot. I think it will be like some kind of game changer. Then ask for help with it for fields with the Copilot. Then create product information, create sales files with Copilot. create analysis tabs with the Copilot, and map e-documents with the Copilot, and also integration of Power Automate Copilot here. So you see that in next release, we will have like 7 new features for the different types of Copilots. So not sure if you try that, but like the marketing text suggestion is a simple one. So it's try to show that online how it looks. So the marketing text with the first AI feature from the using the Azure OpenAI. So we go to the items, and in the any item, here the marketing text. And when we click draft with the Copilot, it will take the description of this item, the variants, the units of measure, and so on, and create a nice, marketing description for this item. And this is something that is called a prompt dialog. We'll touch this a bit later. And here you can, regenerate this. It will try to make it different. You can change the tone, you can change the format. For example, make it brief and regenerate. And then you can just keep it, and it will save it to the to this item card. The next thing is the bank reconciliation. So the bank reconciliation is something new. It just appeared in the previous release in autumn. So if we go to the bank account reconciliation, by the way, this is the version 24 preview, so it looks a little bit different from the 23. We have here, I'll hide this. We have here this nice button, but I can go inside, and here we have reconcile with the Copilot and both different to GL accounts. So if we go reconcile with the Copilot, it will try to match the bank statement that we uploaded with the invoices, with the open invoices that need to be paid, and it will match it line by line using the AI. And then you see that it has some kind of all lines matched, and the Copilot matched 3 of 3 lines, and the standard auto mesh matched 1 of 3 lines. So this is like a combination. So the auto mesh means that standard version of bank reconciliation meshing using AL logic, and Copilot matched using the AI logic. So the results are combined, and now you see that 100% matched. Map to GL account. It's just here. So this is both different to GL account. What it does, it tried to identify the non-meshed. We select the line there. Let me check once again. So we select line here. So for example, transfer to saving account with some kind of amount, but this should go to the GL account. But when we try to use this kind of Copilot, it will send to the Azure OpenAI your gel accounts and try to find the correct gel account that should match this bank statement line. And then you see that it will go to the gel account 18200. You can just keep it and it will then post this line to gel account directly. And this flow is usual for using copilots in Business Central, and not only in the Business Central, but in the copilots that Microsoft provide. The main idea is to keep human in the loop. So I'm, as a human, here responsible to accept or deny the result. And that's why everything that is shown here, it's a temporary area. So it's not yet in the system. It will be in the system when I will click keep it, and it will cancel everything if I'll click discard it. Right? So the AI toolkit, not sure if you are developers here. So I will not go very deep into the development. There are many sources, except this webinar, how about deep diving into this AI toolkit, but I will show the main ideas. So the AI toolkit is something that was introduced also in fall, and I was at those periods the first adopter of this toolkit before it was released. It comes with a UI, and the UI means this nice prompt dialog that you just saw with the bank reconciliation and marketing text. The AI model, so it's something that allows you to, so this is the framework that allows you to send data from AL to the Azure OpenAI, and then get back the result and process the results. Then there is the samples in Microsoft GitHub. So you can just go there and check some demos how to use this AI toolkit. And the setup means that there is always one place where you need to register your Copilot, where your custom Copilot, so that users are aware that there is a new Copilot, the custom one, and where they can make it active or deactivate it. So let's look into some demo, how to create a job queues with AI. So here is my AL repo. And so the first thing that we need to do when we create our Copilot, we need to register our Copilot. So it all starts with So this is the enum. We need to extend Copilot capability with a new capability. So this is our Copilot job queue schedule. Just add a value to this enum. Then when we add this, we need to register our Copilot. To do this, we need to add the install code unit, and on install our Copilot, we need to, check. So this is, we need to register our capability. To do this, we need to check if the capability already is not registered yet, right? But this is interesting. So you see here that if environment is sandbox, or the if environment is SaaS. So as this is your Copilot, it's up to you. Because standard Microsoft Copilot work only in SaaS. But if you want to make your Copilot work in SaaS and on-prem, you can just not check if it's SaaS. Or if you want to make your Copilot work only in SaaS, you can just add one more line here. So good, our Copilot is registered. Where we can see that? We'll open it once again. So there is page AI capability. And this is the page where you will see all Copilots registered. Now you see that our Copilot here, job queue schedule, is status active, or you can deactivate it. Also, there is allow data movement toggle here. If it will auto identify where your Azure OpenAI. So yeah, also important thing that for your own Copilots, you should use your own Azure OpenAI subscription and Azure OpenAI resource that you need to create into the Azure portal. And if you work in SaaS or on-prem, the Azure data center where the Business Central works and the Azure data center where your Azure OpenAI resource run can be different. So to allow data movement between them, you need to toggle this, turn on this switch, allow data movement. And if you don't do this, your Copilot will not work. Then you need to create the prompt dialog page. So this is a new type of the page, which is called prompt dialog. So many parameters here. I will not go deeply into that. The general idea is that for now, the preview should be true. And extensible should be false. So for now, the Copilots can't be extendable with anyone else. And if you use the table here to save the history of generations, AI generations, this table should be temporary. So that's like the rules that need to apply to the prompt dialog. Then there are like new areas: the prompt options, the prompt, and the content. So the prompt options is, if you remember this, so for example, the items, let me return it once again. So in the items Copilot, there were some options how you want your generations to be generated. These buttons. So these absolutely custom actions, and everything you put here into the prompt options will be visible here. The prompt area is our input area. So in this kind of Copilot, we don't have input area. When we click draft with the Copilot, it will generate automatically. But for our Copilot to automate job queues, we need the input area. And the input text is just text field, a big text field, big text area where the user will specify how he wants to create a job queues, providing just a free text. The content area is the result of our generation. So in this case, this is the content area. This is the result of the AI generation. And here in our job queue Copilot, we put one field with a text that will return from the AI and the proposals for the job queues. We're not possible to put here the repeater. That's why if we want to show here the lines, we need to use the part. And the part is just normal, the page, just normal page list part with a record and with the table and with the fields. So let me show you how it works. So we have here the action schedule with the Copilot, and yeah, by the way, here is the job queue extension with just one action here, and you see this. The image has a new sparkle field icon. That's what we see here. So this is our text field, and I'll just go to this. So update currency rates every day at 8 a.m. And this was done absolutely 100% with the AI, Azure OpenAI. So this is the response from the Azure OpenAI. To schedule this repo or code unit, you need to run it at 8 a.m. every day. Here's what I did. So I created a record with the object type code unit, object number, and I put run on Mondays true, run on Tuesdays true, and so on. And this is the description that comes from the Azure OpenAI, and this is the structured response. And if I keep it, it will create Azure job queue here for me. So this was like the flow. And this was the UI part. And the framework itself is here. So we have here the implementation, right? So this is the generate job queue entries, and it runs when we click on the generate action. So we have there the system actions. This is also the new type of the actions, which are called system actions. They are available only in the prompt dialog pages. And we just, put here the normal function, and we go here. So this is like a completely AL thing that you need to write by yourself. But there are some patterns how you should do this by using the AI model. So the first thing you need to get the system prompt. And the system prompt is actually the instructions to the AI, what you want it to do. In our case, this is a quite big instructions. But it's like simple to understand. I describe here that who you are, that you are the job queue API, and your task is to, you will receive a request in natural language about how to schedule a job queue, and you need to return results in a JSON format. And then so here is a big text about how the job queue works in the Business Centrals, about the limitations that I put there. So, for example, it's not allowed to set more than one value in the next run date formula, and so on, and also describe your steps to get the result into the AI comment field. And this one I take into this text free flow text response from the AI. Then I describe actually what is the date formula, how the date formulas work. And also I provide here the examples of the job queues, requests and responses. And then finally, I say in which format I want it to respond to me. So this is like the main work that you need to do here. Once it's done, you should import this into the system prompt. And then, so I will go just directly here. So this is the function that generates the job queue. It receives, you see this system prompt, the input text, and also the maximum number of tokens. That's actually, we can't send the big amount of text depending on the model you use. It could be like 4,000 tokens or 16,000 tokens or more. But there is some limits there. And like what we're doing here, we check if the Azure OpenAI are enabled using our capability. Then we get the endpoint deployment and secret for our Azure OpenAI instance. Then we actually set authorization using this information. Then we, so we then set that we are going to use our Copilot. Then we set some technical parameters like the maximum number of tokens, temperature. But the main thing here is that we add our system message and we add the user message. So the system message is this prompt that I showed you. And the user message is anything that goes here. Then we just call this generate chat completion, and we get the result back. So the main thing here is this. So we sent the everything, the system message, the user message to our Azure OpenAI instance with this function, and we get last message into our text variable. And then we just parse this variable. So I assume that we get here the JSON. I then parse this JSON and save it to the result here. All right. So that's how you create your own Copilot. So what's up in wave 1? That we will have a Copilot chat. It's not available yet, even in the preview, but Microsoft also already released the video. and the screenshot how it looks. So this is that Copilot chat, and this will be a tab where you can ask the questions in a like natural text, and it will work inside of the Business Central, and it will, as I know, it will have two capabilities, get you to the records inside of the Business Central, and also answer you about how Business Central works. But here is the thing that it will answer how the standard Business Central works using the Microsoft Learn. And the next AI features that are coming is ask about the field. It also, you see, maybe it's, yeah, so it's this ask Copilot. Yeah, so this ask Copilot action, it will run the chat pane, and using the Microsoft Learn will answer you how the standard fields works. It will not answer you how the custom field works, for now at least. Then create a product information. It will answer. It will help you to create item cards using the similar items. Then the create sales lines Copilot. Also with the free text, you can tell the Copilot what type or what sales lines you want to create for the sales documents, and it will try to create the lines for you. Then the create analysis tabs, something very interesting, I think, where you can just also ask Copilot to how you want to analyze the list page, and it will create analysis view tab for you automatically. There are no screenshots for these two guys, like Power Automate, Copilot integration, and map e-documents to purchase lines. But there is also some kind of pre-documentation how that should work. So the Power Automate Copilot will integrate Business Central with the Power Automate Copilot, and the map e-documents Copilot will help you to map incoming e-documents with the purchase lines. So the central queue is the tool that I built for the community, and also we use the community knowledge to answer on the Business Central questions. So that's the example. So you can go to the centralqueue.ai. Just there is a nice free flow text. You can ask any Business Central related question, and it will make an answer for you. And why it's better than the ChatGPT, let's say, or other AI tools, because it's very focused on the Business Central, and it used a very focused community knowledge about the Business Central. It used the Microsoft Learn materials, it used the blogs, it used tweets, YouTube videos, and on the next day, so tomorrow, it will learn about this webinar if it will be published in the Francis YouTube channel. Currently, there are about 40,000 different sources that Central Queue knows, and it's updated daily. So you see that there are some YouTube videos that were uploaded yesterday, some blogs from yesterday, and learn materials from previous week and so on. So daily update its knowledge and use this knowledge to answer any Business Central related question. And it already answered 130,000 questions in the previous year. And I think for the January and February, 20,000 more. And it's quite a big number, I would say. It's 4-5 times more than Microsoft official forum. In addition to that, I made, and yes, so Central Queue is free for everyone to use. In addition to that, in February, I released the Central Queue chart. So the Central Queue chart is an app source app for the Business Central. And the difference with the Central Queue is like two main differences. The first is that not just one QA, it's a chat where you can ask one question and also ask the follow-up questions. It will understand all the conversation. And the second difference is that you can upload your own private knowledge, like manuals and how your extensions work and so on. And you can upload it in the customer's environment and, upload your documentation and just teach the customer that instead of calling you every time, you can just ask Central Queue inside of your Business Central how your Business Central work. And it's a paid tool, but it's very powerful. And there is a 30 days of trial. So it's a free trial that you can try. And it uses all the power of the Central Queue with all the community knowledge plus your private knowledge. And you can upload the files in a PDF or Word, or you can also grab the web pages, for example, from your website, just to add this information to your private knowledge as well. Right. And the sources that I used, that I'm not sure, I think I can send this as a presentation to Francis. Maybe he will then share that, so you can click on the links here. Yeah, so that's all for today. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Dmitry. Yeah, there's actually one person who asked for the slides or maybe the links to the presentation. So that will be ideal. If you are able to share with us, that's fine.
Yeah.
Wow,
sure.
wow. So, okay, that was an amazing presentation on Business Central. I'm like, wow, the job queue part is the one that was like, okay, the custom being able to automatically create a job queue based on whatever prompts that you'd like to create. So will it detect a code unit if it's a custom job queue for a report, or how are the prompts created in a way that it will accept whichever object that you'd like to create? Maybe you want to create a job queue to run a certain processing only report every Monday. Will it be able to know, or must you specify the name or the ID of that object that you'd like to sort of create if you're doing that?
Yeah, so in this demo, it will always work if you will specify the ID of the report or the code unit. So to make it work, like I showed here, I didn't mention the ID of the code unit repo. I just asked it to create a exchange rates, right? You need to also on fly. Actually, there should be additional step there. You need to take the intent from the user, and then search inside of the business, inside of the objects, what object potentially can be very similar to that intent of the user, and then send it back to the Azure OpenAI, so it will know which object to run. So it's definitely possible to do that, but it should be like additional step inside of this code.
All right, all right. Okay, okay, that's great. So we can always be able to leverage Azure OpenAI if we'd like to maybe extend Business Central, but because this is an extension that you have built to extend that job queue functionality, right?
So you're asking if we
if somebody,
use
because
just Azure
that is an
OpenAI,
extension.
or
No,
yeah,
whatever you have, the job queue extension for AI is an extension that you have built,
yeah,
like it's a custom extension. It's not like something that is
yeah.
GA. So maybe I don't know as steps or something. If somebody would like to do, not for job queues, but something similar,
Yeah.
differently with
Sure.
maybe a different object, or maybe try to extend a functionality using AI. How will they approach it in that case? Yeah.
So it's the same. So the job queue was just an example
Yeah.
of using this AI toolkit. So then, so once again, if you want to add your own copilot in your extension, so you need to create a prompt dialog page. That's the first thing you need to do. You need to register your copilot with the installation code unit. That's the second thing you to do. And the third thing to do is to use the Azure OpenAI code unit that are available in the system app to just send data from the Business Central to your Azure OpenAI instance and get data back.
Okay. Okay. Nice, nice. Okay, before I ask more questions, because I have more. Anybody with a question, either on the chat or they can unmute and ask. Guys, are you there? Can you hear us? We have 30 people in the chat at least.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Hi, Francis.
Yes, yes, Fred.
I hope you can hear me well.
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Yeah, I only have one question. As a developer, how can I improve my productivity using AI?
So I would recommend you to install the. So I suppose you're using the Visual Studio Code for AL development, and there is a very nice tool which is called GitHub Copilot that I have always on in my laptop. So we just will propose you the text, the code as you type. So I didn't mention this in this presentation. It was focused on the AI features inside of the Business Central, but definitely yes. So you need to use the GitHub Copilot for AL. And I think we have, maybe I will send to Francis also the links. I also did the Areopa webinar about, so it was a dedicated webinar about GitHub Copilot. So you can watch it there as well.
Okay, thanks.
Right, well answered. Any other person? So guys, oh, okay, I know AI is, I don't know if, is it new? Okay, it's not that new, but it's the boom at the moment. And just ask the question that you get you confusing. So how many are using GitHub Copilot maybe, and how have you improved it? Because for me, I've found it really helpful in terms of productivity, the way Fred Mbai is asking. Yeah, at times it generates code that is not right. You might need to modify, but with time it really gets intelligent. And especially the part that I like it the most is generating error messages. So as long as you have put your condition, those error messages, I don't like thinking about them. I don't know, you have not entered this document number, you should do what, that English is actually generated for you automatically. So go to the extensions and install the GitHub Copilot, and maybe the GitHub Copilot chat as well, if you want to do that. Yeah.
And so GitHub Copilot is very nice also in some kind of repeating patterns. So if you have like a big code unit that do more or less the same things, for example, something for the item, something for the GL account, something for the resource, and you can just create one function, and then Copilot will automatically create just this function, but focused on the item or other type automatically. And you just need to type, tap, and so on. Really speed up the development process. And I am also interested did you heard? So I today described this AI Copilot toolkit, but it was introduced like in autumn, so half a year ago. So I mean, did you use it before? Did you at least hear about that? Can you maybe just type plus plus if you at least use it, or plus if you heard it, or type nothing if you didn't heard or used that.
There's one plus.
Yeah, we have one plus. Yeah, good. So
oh guys, respond. Let's respond. We are only having one out of 26. Let's get at least 10. Or if they didn't get the question, maybe you can repeat.
Yeah, but I think that everyone can respond with a 1+, because at least now they heard about the AI toolkit.
Yeah. Yes, David.
I think
David has a question. David K. Yeah, there's a question on, is GitHub Copilot free? There's that question.
the Copilot, GitHub Copilot is I think it's not free, but I'm not sure. It's about maybe $10 per month, because it's like for MVP accounts it's free, so I don't remember. But it's not definitely free. But it's like $10 maybe.
Wait, the extension for Visual Studio Code, or what? Like if you want to use that?
Yeah, the extension for the VS Code is free, but it needs to communicate with your account. And I think for your account to activate GitHub Copilot, it's not free, but it's like something like $10 per month.
I'm not quite sure about that. So it's $10 per month. Not really sure. Okay, I use GitHub Premium. Maybe is anybody?
Yeah.
Oh, it's 10 USD per month. Okay.
Yeah. But it's worth it. Yeah, but it's worth it. So it's really speed up the process.
Yeah. I didn't realize that. Okay, but you're able. I believe you're able to install it in Visual Studio Code.
Yeah, but you need to also authorize it with your
Okay.
account.
For you to access. Okay, I've never been prompted to authorize. Maybe I've connected to a repository. That's why it doesn't prompt again for me to authorize. Yeah. Okay. All right. Any other comment or question? We are having a few plus and pluses. So maybe just the last one from me. It's about the central queue.ai because I found it really helpful. I've tested it quite a bit, and at times when you give it a prompt that is not Business Central related, it just blasts out, and it's so focused on BC. Maybe if there's somebody would like to do something similar or create for their own technology or whichever environment. So what is the approach? How does it, what is the engine behind it in terms of filtering out the information, in terms of giving out the right prompts?
That's a big story.
in summary.
That's the story for another webinar. I would say
it needs a big webinar.
Yeah.
Then we'll host you next month for that. Anyway.
Yeah, but okay, but in general, it works the same way as I showed you how the job queue copilot works. So with this job queue copilot, if you noticed, with the system message, I provided for the Azure OpenAI also the knowledge about how job queue works. It was just a hard-coded knowledge. But for the central queue, it's not a hard-coded. It's every time you ask the question, it search for the knowledge in my internal database. It search using the embeddings and vector space. So it's another big topic. But when you ask the question, it search for the what knowledge could be potentially valuable for the answer. Then it finds this knowledge in a blogs, YouTubes, and whatever. Put this knowledge back to this prompt and send it to the Azure OpenAI. So the Azure OpenAI will answer the question. So this is what is called RAG approach. When you send to the AI, not just a question, but a text that will potentially answer the question. It will read this text and then answer the question.
All right. Anyway, thank you very much, Dmitry, for that brilliant presentation. So if there's anyone with a question, maybe you could share your LinkedIn account or your social media details for people to connect with you. There are people who would like to maybe ask privately. I don't know if there are people with private questions, but it's okay. And yeah, there it is for the LinkedIn and X. So yeah, so there are some leaders of Dynamics User Group Kenya. If I think I've seen Sharon and Thale, they can just give a brief 1 or 30 seconds or 1 minute, and then we'll close it. I don't know if Chacha is here. Ntale, and then Sharon, you're still here.
Okay, greetings, everyone. My name is George Ntale. I'm a functional consultant and ERP specialist. And yeah, I'm also an event organizer that's Kenya, closely Fundy, and the data to guests. And again, today we are very, very happy to ahead a detailed session with the speaker. Congratulations for volunteering yourself to be part of this session today. To the other members who have been just to log in this session, we are very, very happy. We are looking forward to maintain the relationship. You can also be sharing those links with your team members again, so that the group can continue again growth. Yeah, so that's what I have. Back to you, Mr.
Thank you. Though your audio was not as clear, but you said thank you, and you were waiting for the other links to be shared. Okay, thank you, Ntale. Sharon, as we close.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Sharon. I'm Sharon, technical consultant, developer, and I take this opportunity to thank Katson for taking us through the AI, and we are taking into consideration of using what is in place in Visual Studio Code, like using the GitHub Copilot, so that we can still interact and learn more. And also for my fellow friends for Dynamic User Group Kenya, I still encourage you to spread the gospel. Bring your friends so that they can join us, so that you can have fun and learn more about Business Central. Thank you so much.
All right.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I think thank you, Dmitry, and my people will contact you in case they have any query, and we'll have you back. I think we really need, we have more to discuss. We'll contact you. I hope you'll be available to join us. Maybe welcome to Kenya. We have a physical meetup on July, so in July, so you can come and join us.
Maybe one day. Actually, I do have this in my must to visit in my life.
yeah. It's only in 3 months,
So
and it's and I'm sure it's not far from where you are. All right, guys. Thank you for joining this meetup. We'll update you on the next meetup that will be held next month. I don't know if Katson will be back. We'll let him know. If you guys say that you want him back, we'll request him to be back next month and finish the part of Central Queue, or we choose something else on AI. And have a good evening. And for you, I think it's good evening also, right?
night already.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Bye-bye. Thank you guys for joining.
Yeah, bye.
Okay,
Thanks. Bye-bye.
bye-bye.